Yeah, see, we're... Actually, where are we? Are we landed? Yeah. Look at that. Boom. We got 265 science. We spent $33,000 for it. And Jeb leveled up. Hopefully we won't lose him again. Jeb has leveled up before, and we lost him, unfortunately. So, and also we got a contract complete for 37,000. So that paid for the mission. That more than paid for the mission. And then this stuff, our first world first, performed a spacewalk in orbit of the moon. We returned home from a flyby, and we returned home from an orbit. So we got another like $65,000 for that. I am so happy right now. I'm really happy. I'm not as happy as I would be if we had landed on the moon, but we're going to do that very shortly. I think I want advanced rocketry, or heavy rocketry. Do I? What's this? Propulsion systems. Let's see. I'm probably going to get this and the advanced rocketry. I mean, I think I get 3 things. The fairing, I might need the fairing depending on how I make my lander. We might need, this has a fairing, right? Yeah. Let's think about this. How am I going to make this? Think about it now before I get these. I have the landing thing, so the landing stretch is not going to be a problem. If I get the landing can, which I don't necessarily need. I don't need the lander can to land. Gets me another reaction wheel. Gets me RCS, which I don't think that I'm necessarily going to use on this particular mission. I really want the heavy rocketry because I think this is like really good. Of course, it's bigger as well, but we might go with like a really huge rocket for this one. I think this one might be really good for space, but not that good for But then again, what's the 909? The 909 is really really efficient. This one has more kick. I don't know. This one I think is another one that's more meant for probes and satellites, I think. I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe someone else knows better than I do. I'd like this, but I can wait for this. I'd really like to get a space plane eventually, so that's like this whole line. That's me alt-tabbing, sorry. I think definitely, and the thing is, do we have a docking port right now? Do we have one, and how big is it? Because that's another thing I could possibly do. I've seen it done. I mean, this is the way they do it. They did it in real life. Was they had to like unhook part of the ship, undock part of the ship, and turn it around and dock it again. I don't think we have any docking ports, do we? No. Which I may or may not do. That would require docking in space. even though it should be relatively easy because we're not actually docking two separate things. We're just kind of turning one part around and then immediately redocking. That's assuming we even do that, which we might not do. That might be a little too much for me. I think I can wait on this. I think I'm going to go ahead and get this. I don't have to make the lander can. The RCS might be interesting for later. Not for right now, though. Probably want this, the separator. I'm going to go ahead and get aerodynamics. Okay, that's it. Let's make a lander. One person is going to go to the moon. Now, what do we need? I'm just kind of curious as to what this is. What actually is it? It's a nose cone. Oh, I see. This is for a jet. No, we don't need that at all. I'm gonna use this. Let's go ahead and separate all this out. Now, what do we want to land with? Do we have any options to land with? We do. We have the Poodle. Now, do we want to use this? No, we don't want to use that at all. In fact, we're going to use the 909 then to land. We want more stuff on here, don't we? We want a Science Junior, don't we? For the surface. We want a Science Junior. We probably want to go ahead and basically make the same thing that we had before. It's just going to have struts on it for landing. This seems like it's kind of bad. I don't like this. This seems like it's way too tall. What else can we do? Can we what can we do to have a Science Junior and you know what? Let's take away this. We'll just put stuff on the side of the Science Junior. Let's do something like this. Let's maybe do it on the side. Or should I do the bigger one? Yeah. Come on. There we go. Like this. And we can strut that up a little bit. It'd make me feel better if we started it up. Oops. There we go. Now, what if I did one of the... Oh. Just... Why can't I just put it on here? Here? There we go. And then put the poodle right there. This might not be a good design, but it doesn't matter because we haven't actually taken it up yet. Apparently that was upside down. That's pretty good. I mean, what do you think? This isn't too, too bad. Let's maybe move these, oops, down a little bit. Where's my mech tip? Let's shove a mech tip on here so I can see infos. We need to, I was going to put, there we go. No. There. Is this too much? Thrust to weight ratio is really bad, actually. It is a little bit too much. Let's do something like this instead. Put it up. It's a little bit better. What does this look like? I think that looks okay. Did I lock suspension? Unlock suspension. There we go. I mean, what do you think? Does this look okay? I'm not going to get it to be like exactly right, but that's fine. Now let me go ahead and put stuff on here. We're going to go ahead and put science. We need just like one, basically. We're not going to put one on because that's going to be oddly unbalanced. We're gonna at least put two on. Keep it balanced. How much is this weigh? 0.05? This is also, no, this is 0.005. What is this? 0.005? Of course. We don't really want 4. Do we? I guess if we pass over certain biomes. I don't know. We'll do that. I mean, we definitely want... We're going to have 2 thermometers and 2 barometers. I could probably do 1 thermometer and 1 barometer. They weigh the same, so they're not going to unbalance the ship if I only have 1 of each. As long as I put them like directly opposite each other. Put some solar panels up here. How much do batteries weigh? 0.005. Why is it all the batteries weigh significantly less by a magnitude of 10 than the goose. What's with that? Is this enough to come back? It'll take us at least half that to land. I'm assuming. I don't think this is enough because we're going to need enough in here to actually make it back. Let's What if I use one of these? What if I use one of these? What if I use 2 of these? They're not even connected. We're going to have to strip that up, but first. In case it isn't obvious to you by now, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea how to build a lander. I don't actually know how much, like, stuff I need. Strut it. Let's go ahead and, Can I 4-way this? No. Can I? I don't know. No. No, that's not gonna work. No. Another one over here. No, never mind. We'll just get this off. I think this might be okay. And then if we use the 909, 2377, that's actually not a huge amount extra. Well, I did take 2 of those off, though. I don't have my lining strips on. That's fine. 2266. The question is this enough? If we assume that this is literally only going to be for landing and for returning, right? So that means we are still going to be using another stage to actually get to the moon, I think. So assuming that we can do that, is 22k enough, or 2200 enough for landing and returning to Earth? I think that it might be. We're going to go ahead and call this 91. We're going to save it, although, how do we save it? We save it as, like, a thing. Maybe we don't. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm just going to go ahead and move this up. And we're going to go ahead.